For the better part of a century, to build a technological empire, one had to master the arcane languages of machines. C++, Python, Java, these were the dialects of creation, translating human ambition into rigid, unforgiving syntax. Each line of code, a meticulous instruction, a precise command in a language utterly alien to human intuition. But what if the machines themselves learned to speak our language? What if the chasm between a nascent idea and $1 million enterprise was no longer bridged by countless lines of code, but by a single, perfectly articulated sentence? What if the most complex computational tasks could be initiated, guided, and refined through the very words we use to think and dream? We stand at the precipice of a new epoch of wealth creation, an era where the most potent skill is not programming, but profound communication. This is the chronicle of the AI whisperers, the visionaries who grasped that in the age of artificial intelligence, the precise arrangement of words could unlock fortunes, not just for tech giants, but for anyone with an idea and the ability to articulate it. To fully comprehend the seismic nature of this transformation, we must first examine our historical engagement with computing. Each significant leap in technology has been characterized by a reduction in cognitive load and an expansion of accessibility. We progressed from meticulously punching holes in paper to typing cryptic commands to intuitively clicking icons on a screen. Every iteration democratized access, empowering an ever wider audience to harness computational might. Yet, a fundamental barrier persisted: the machine's inability to truly understand the nuances of human intent. Early attempts at artificial intelligence, though groundbreaking, were often brittle. They operated on rigid rules and pre-programmed logic. To achieve even a semblance of intelligence, developers had to painstakingly define every possible scenario, every permutation of input and output. It was like teaching a child to speak by giving them a dictionary and a grammar book, but no context, no conversation, no intuition. The dream of a truly conversational interface remained elusive, confined to the realm of science fiction. Yet, the interface we now command, natural language, represents the ultimate reduction in friction. We are no longer merely operating machines. We are directly guiding intelligence. This act of precise direction is what has come to be known as prompt engineering. It is the bridge across that chasm, allowing us to communicate complex desires to machines that can now finally understand. At its essence, prompt engineering is the sophisticated art and rigorous science of communicating with large language models. It is the meticulous process of structuring textual input such that an AI comprehends not merely the desired outcome, but also the nuanced methodology, the contextual framework, and the operational constraints. It sounds deceptively simple, akin to merely typing into a search bar. However, as we are about to uncover, the chasm between a rudimentary query and an expertly engineered prompt is the difference between a fleeting novelty and a multimillion-dollar enterprise. It is the difference between asking a question and issuing a command that reshapes reality. For decades, the academic establishment largely dismissed the notion that machines could genuinely grasp the intricacies of human language. It was considered an intractable, chaotic problem, too nuanced, too ambiguous, too human. Nevertheless, a select few visionaries perceived the immense potential concealed within this perceived chaos. They saw not a problem, but the ultimate frontier of human-computer interaction. Let us delve into the remarkable narrative of Richard Socher. In 2010, during his tenure at Stanford University, Socher was consumed by a concept that many of his contemporaries regarded as a scientific cul-de-sac: the application of neural networks to natural language processing. At a time when symbolic AI and statistical methods dominated the field, Socher was a lone voice advocating for a connectionist approach, believing that the human brain's architecture held the key to unlocking true language understanding in machines. He encountered formidable resistance. The prevailing academic orthodoxy, championed by influential figures at institutions like MIT and Berkeley, maintained that neural networks were fundamentally unsuited for language tasks. They argued that language was too structured, too rule-bound for the statistical mush of neural networks. His early research papers were consistently met with rejection, often accompanied by dismissive comments from peer reviewers. Yet, Socher remained unyielding. He dedicated 17 years to substantiating his conviction that AI could, indeed, comprehend human communication, not by mimicking rules, but by learning patterns and context from vast datasets. The pivotal breakthrough materialized in 2018. While spearheading research at Salesforce, Socher and his team pioneered what would become the foundational principles of modern prompt engineering. They recognized that rather than developing a distinct AI model for every discrete task, one for translation, another for summarization, yet another for sentiment analysis, they could reconceptualize all natural language tasks as a singular question-answering problem, contextualized by specific input. This was a radical departure from the traditional AI development paradigm, which demanded bespoke models for every new function. Their profound discovery was that a singular neural network possessed the capacity to execute a multitude of tasks simply by altering the instructions, the prompt, provided to it. This constituted a profound paradigm shift, laying the intellectual groundwork for the large language models that now define our technological landscape. It was the realization that the context provided by the prompt was as crucial as the model itself, transforming a general-purpose intelligence into a specialized expert on demand. Empowered by this profound insight into AI communication, Socher established U.com in 2020. His ambition was nothing short of audacious: to forge a superior method for online information discovery, directly challenging the entrenched monopoly of conventional search engines. He was met with widespread skepticism, with many proclaiming that search was a solved problem, that there was no novel ground left to explore. The prevailing wisdom was that Google had won, and any attempt to unseat it was folly. But Socher possessed a foresight others lacked. He seamlessly integrated large language models directly into his search engine in 2021, long before the broader world awakened to the transformative potential of AI. He did not merely construct a search engine. He engineered an entire AI search infrastructure. This meant U.com wasn't just indexing the web. It was understanding it, synthesizing information, and presenting it in a way that mimicked human comprehension, but at an unprecedented scale. The true aha moment for U.com transcended merely providing answers to consumers. It was the profound realization that enterprises were willing to invest substantial capital for verifiable accuracy. Large language models, while powerful, are notoriously prone to hallucinations, generating plausible but incorrect information. U.com leveraged its advanced prompt engineering and robust search infrastructure to provide grounding, furnishing the AI with real-time accuracy, precise citations, and up-to-date information. This wasn't just about getting an answer. It was about getting the right answer with proof. Through the masterful command of the prompt and the sophisticated infrastructure underpinning it, Richard Socher transmuted a once-dismissed academic theory into a company valued at an astonishing $1.5 billion, recently securing $100 million in Series C funding. He unequivocally demonstrated that the ability to converse effectively with AI is, indeed, a billion-dollar skill. His journey from academic rejection to industry titan is a testament to the power of persistent vision and the transformative potential of prompt engineering. However, one need not embark on 17 years of arduous academic research to cultivate an empire with AI. The widespread accessibility of these potent tools now enables agile entrepreneurs to construct formidable businesses in a remarkably compressed timeframe. The barrier to entry has been dramatically lowered, shifting the focus from deep technical expertise to keen market insight and strategic application. Consider Chris Donnelly, a seasoned serial entrepreneur who acutely perceived a monumental shift in the digital ecosystem. He observed that AI-powered search, embodied by tools such as ChatGPT and Perplexity, was beginning to supplant traditional Google searches. Crucially, he recognized that the vast majority of businesses were woefully unprepared for this impending transition. They were still optimizing for keywords, while the world was moving towards conversational queries and synthesized answers. This created a massive opportunity for those who could adapt quickly. Donnelly strategically acquired the domain Searchable.com and embarked on the creation of an answer engine optimization platform. The very essence of this product? An intelligent AI agent, meticulously powered by highly sophisticated prompt engineering, functioning as an expert SEO and AEO strategist. This wasn't just about getting higher rankings. It was about ensuring a business's information was accurately and favorably represented in the new AI-driven search landscape. This was far more than a mere superficial wrapper around existing AI models. It was a meticulously orchestrated system of prompts designed to analyze a company's analytics, search console data, and competitor visibility, subsequently generating highly accurate, actionable strategies. It was a solution that people not only desired but urgently required. Businesses were desperate to understand how to navigate this new paradigm, and Donnelly provided the compass. The resulting growth was nothing short of explosive. Even before the full product launch, they invited a select group of beta users. The feedback was overwhelmingly positive, confirming the immense market demand for such a solution. The early adopters quickly saw tangible results, further fueling the anticipation for the public launch. Upon launch, the outcomes were staggering. 8,500 signups within 15 days. 500 paying customers in the same period. They achieved $75,000 in monthly recurring revenue in a mere 20 days. Within approximately 3 weeks, Searchable.com had escalated to nearly $1 million in annual recurring revenue. This wasn't just rapid growth. It was hypergrowth, demonstrating the immense leverage that sophisticated prompt engineering could provide. Donnelly's remarkable success was not attributable to an enormous engineering team or a groundbreaking new algorithm. It stemmed from the astute identification of a critical market void and the strategic application of prompt engineering to orchestrate existing AI models into a highly valuable, specialized solution. He forged $1 million business by precisely understanding what to ask the machine, and more importantly, how to ask it in a way that delivered unparalleled value to his customers. The narratives of You.com and Searchable.com exemplify the macro-level impact of this revolution. However, perhaps the most profound and far-reaching consequence of prompt engineering is unfolding at the micro-level: the ascendance of the solo operator. Individuals, unburdened by corporate hierarchies or massive capital requirements, are now leveraging these tools to build independent empires. Online marketplaces such as PromptBase have emerged, serving as conduits for individuals to market highly optimized, specialized prompts. These are not simplistic sentences. They are intricate, multi-layered instructions, meticulously tested and rigorously refined. In essence, they function as microsoftware applications, articulated entirely in natural language. A single prompt can encapsulate years of expertise, distilled into a powerful, reusable tool. We are witnessing the sophisticated evolution of prompt engineering from mere educated guessing, where one inputs text and hopes for a favorable outcome, to rigorous, systematic methodologies. This represents a definitive shift toward spec and eval, where prompts are treated with the precision of code, complete with defined parameters, anticipated outputs, and stringent evaluation criteria. It's a scientific approach to a linguistic art form, and the financial dividends for mastering this discipline are unequivocally substantial. Individual prompt engineers are now generating thousands of dollars monthly through the sale of their meticulously crafted creations. More significantly, solo entrepreneurs are leveraging these advanced prompting techniques to operate businesses that, in a previous era, would have necessitated entire teams. They are automating customer service, generating sophisticated marketing campaigns, conducting in-depth financial analysis, drafting legal documents, and even creating entire product lines, all through the sheer power of the prompt. They are constructing million-dollar operations with virtually zero employees, demonstrating an unprecedented level of leverage and efficiency. So, what defines a truly effective, a truly million-dollar prompt? It's not magic. It's methodology. The most powerful prompts are not just requests. They are meticulously constructed directives that guide the AI with surgical precision. They typically encompass several key elements. First, the role. Assigning the AI a specific persona, such as, you are a seasoned marketing strategist, or act as a meticulous legal analyst. This primes the AI with the appropriate knowledge base and tone. Second, the task. Clearly defining the objective, for instance, develop a comprehensive go-to-market strategy, or summarize key legal precedents. Third, the context. Providing all necessary background information, data, or previous interactions that the AI needs to understand the situation fully. Fourth, constraints. Specifying limitations, such as word count, tone, e.g., formal and persuasive, or ethical guidelines. Fifth, the format, dictating the desired output structure, whether it's a bulleted list, a JSON object, a detailed report, or a creative story. Finally, and often most critically, examples, providing one or more high-quality examples of the desired output. This acts as a powerful form of few-shot learning, demonstrating exactly what success looks like. The difference is stark. A vague prompt yields generic results. A precisely engineered prompt, however, transforms the AI from a mere chatbot into a bespoke, on-demand expert. This systematic approach allows individuals and businesses to consistently extract high-value, tailored outputs, turning a conversational interface into a powerful, scalable engine for productivity and innovation. What we are collectively witnessing transcends the mere emergence of a novel technical skill. It represents a fundamental re-architecture of value creation itself. This isn't just a new tool. It's a new paradigm for how wealth is generated and distributed. For many decades, value was predominantly generated by those who possessed the ability to write code, the architects and builders of digital infrastructure. However, as AI models become increasingly commoditized, as the raw computational intelligence becomes universally accessible, the locus of value irrevocably shifts. The wealth of the future will not be exclusively forged by those who construct the AI. It will be created by those who possess the profound insight to orchestrate it. They are the conductors of this new digital symphony, guiding powerful instruments to create masterpieces. This is the quintessential power of the AI whisperer. They intuitively grasp that a prompt is not merely a query. It is a potent lever. It is a sophisticated mechanism that scales human ingenuity to an unprecedented, almost unimaginable, degree. A single, meticulously crafted prompt holds the capacity to replicate the analytical prowess of an entire consulting firm, the creative output of a leading advertising agency, or the strategic foresight of an executive board. It's like having an army of highly specialized experts at your fingertips, all commanded by the power of your words. The digital city begins to pulse with intensified energy. The glowing lines connect and interweave, forming a massive, unified, and dynamically evolving network, constantly reconfiguring itself based on new inputs. The barrier to entry for establishing a million-dollar business has never been lower, yet the path to true mastery has never been more subtle. It demands empathy, rigorous logic, profound domain expertise, and an intimate understanding of how these alien intelligences process and synthesize information. It necessitates the innate ability to perceive the latent potential within the machine and to coax it forth with the perfect sequence of words. It's a blend of art, science, and intuition, a truly human skill in an increasingly automated world. The ramifications of this epochal shift are nothing short of staggering. We are rapidly progressing toward a future where the scale of an enterprise is no longer dictated by its human capital, but by the sheer quality and efficacy of its prompts. We are poised to witness the emergence of the billion-dollar one-person company, a testament to the exponential leverage provided by AI. This profound democratization of creation signifies that anyone possessing specialized domain expertise, be it a brilliant marketer, a meticulous accountant, a visionary artist, a skilled educator, or an innovative scientist, can now construct powerful tools and services without the prerequisite of writing a single line of code. The critical bottleneck is no longer technical execution. It is now the boundless realms of imagination and precise articulation. The ability to conceive, to articulate, and to refine becomes the ultimate currency. The AI whisperers stand as the vanguard of this nascent economy. They are the cartographers mapping the latent spaces of these sophisticated models, discerning what is truly feasible, and translating that immense potential into tangible, real-world value. They are the new pioneers, exploring a frontier of intelligence that promises to reshape our world in ways we are only just beginning to comprehend. The algorithmic ascent has only just commenced. The machines have assimilated our language. The vast infrastructure of intelligence lies dormant, poised, awaiting activation. It is a canvas of infinite possibility, waiting for the artist's touch, the entrepreneur's vision, the whisperer's command. The true power resides not intrinsically within the artificial intelligence itself, but within our capacity to guide it. The next million-dollar enterprise will not be forged with a compiler. It will be meticulously constructed through a conversation. The only remaining question is, what will you choose to say? What will be your $1 million prompt?